Welcome back to Idle Time Barbecue. Today we're going to be making a reverse seared steak on a Kamado Joe Classic. So we just poured what's left of a bag of Kamado Joe Big Block. So now let's get it going. We're going to use a couple of tumbleweeds. We're going to stuff them in the middle and then light them. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple because I do want it to get kind of hot, and I'll put one there. We'll just kind of bury one right there, put one right over there, bury that one in there. Okay, and we're just going to light them. That's a pretty sight. So in order to get this going, we're going to let it run for 15 or 20 minutes like this, with the bottom vent is completely open, because we want to get a lot of good airflow going through. And then once that happens, we'll then close it down and start going for temp. When you want it to burn a little faster, whip out your grill gun. One thing I noticed is that using these little, the little peg back there makes it a lot easier to set your grill up there, your grate up there, and it makes it sit. So I think I prefer the grates to go this way. So I'm gonna pick this up, and the charcoal's connected in there. So we're gonna just pick it up and put it down. So what we're gonna do is set this up for 2-zone cooking. So I'm gonna take one of these, and we'll use this one, and I'm gonna put it over, probably over this side, I'm gonna guess. And then I'm gonna put this grate over the top of that. And then on this other side, I'm going to put that grate right down on the fire, because this is going to be our direct side. So we'll start here, and then we'll put it over here to sear it up. So what we're going to do now is, I don't need this for right now, so I'm going to put that over here. We're going to close this up. We're going to leave the bottom vent completely open, and we're going to open the top vent all the way. And we're going to let this go for another 15 or 20 minutes so it gets up to temp. Once we see that it's starting to reach our temp, we're probably going to go for like 300, 350 kind of thing. And then when we're ready to do direct, we're going to really let it fly. So I forgot there's one last thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to take that, I'm just going to put that there for the moment. And I'm going to take this heat deflector, and I'm going to wrap it in foil, just to keep it clean. And you can order half moon drip plates, which I'll probably end up doing that. There you go. Okay, is that in there good? Yes, it is. Okay, now let's put that back. Okay, there you go. I have to figure out what the exact, what's the best method for doing those things. If it's better to put them on the regular thing, because then they can be straighter, or if it's better to to kind of do it the other way. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. So we're gonna let this heat up, and then we'll season it and we'll get our steak on. So we've hit about 350. I'm actually gonna go to 400, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the top, and I'm gonna open it probably halfway, maybe. Let's do halfway. And then I'm gonna come down here to the bottom and do probably about 2 fingers. Let's start there and let's see what happens. Because I do want it to get to about 400, and then we'll kind of let it settle for a minute, and then we'll put our steak on. Okay, so our grill's at 300 and change. It's got some nice heat on it. Feels very good. I actually opened the vent a little bit more to get a little bit more temp on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our meat on, and we're gonna start by putting it on kind of the indirect side, and then we'll move it over to that side once we take it up to a full high temp. So I'm gonna spray. I'm just kind of re-season these things. There you go. And now we're going to take our steak, and it's going to go on this side here. And our objective is to get it to about 120 internally. And I have a meter probe right there, so that's how we'll monitor it. So we're looking to get about 120. Then we'll take it off. We'll open up the vents fully. We'll open up the bottom, and we'll get this side screaming hot, and then we'll put some good sear marks on it. So let's close her up and let's let it cook. Okay, the steak's been sitting on for about 15 minutes, and it has an internal temp of just under 120. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the grill, because what we want now is to get this side screaming. So we're gonna open that all the way, and we're gonna let it cook the rest of the way to the 120 with this open, but we're gonna let that get really hot as we can possibly get it. And then we're gonna put the steak on that side, and we're gonna get some good crust and some good marks on it. So we'll give that until it goes to 120 or so, and then move it over. Okay, we're back. Our steak is sitting at 120, and as you can see here that our coals are we have a really hot fire on this side. So we're gonna take it, and we're just gonna plop it right over there. We're gonna do that for 2 or 3 minutes, and let's see what kind of temps we get. We're gonna push it down because I want good grill marks. So we're gonna let that cook for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're gonna flip it until we get to 135, 140. Okay, we're sitting at 130, and I'm actually gonna move it over because it's like that's a lot. Okay, there we go. So we're at 140, and we're gonna take it off and we're gonna let it rest. But look at that, that is an amazing looking steak. And it's cooked to a perfect medium rare. Whoops. So there's our steak, and it came out perfectly. Look at that. It's a perfect medium rare. So at the end of all cooks, you want to give your grates a good cleaning. And these are cast iron grates, so now that I've given them a good scrape, I'm also going to season them so I'm going to use a little cooking oil on them, cooking spray. There's always that little bit of fun. So this is our steak. We're going to let it rest for 10 or 15 minutes before we cut into it, but I think it looks really good. The smell is fantastic. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is our first cooking video with our Kamado Classic.